Hey, YouTube. It's been a while, guys and girls and people who aren't guys or girls, I guess. It's Boot, Fort Misery Gaming. I just got back from vacation. Fort took over while I was gone, so he was out there just cranking them out. Good job for him. Real happy. Very proud of him. He's growing up to be such a fine boy. So, Spec Banner coming up. This is going to be the week of, I think they're April 8th? Are they April 8th? Yeah, April 8th. Little bit of weirdness, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I can't find the banner crossbow and the banner hammer pretty much anywhere on the DB, so if somebody has them, send them to me. So all I can really go off of are their existence on the dev notes, which is fine. I've got everything else. So, starting off, here's the thing. Normally we have little birdies that give us little bits of info for banners, so we kind of have an idea of what's going on. There haven't been any little birdies this time, so what we're going off of is what is here. We don't know. We have guesses as to what the second weapon will be. We have no idea what the third weapon will be on each of these banners, with the exception of magical and physical DPS. So I'm not going to play a guessing game. I'm probably just going to build a second part of the video when we know what they are. I'm just trying to get it out for the banner weapons tonight, like the ones that are spec exclusive for the most part, and then I will do a part 2, and if anything changes. For the most part, the banners are good, but we also have the recollab coming out relatively soon, within the next 2 weeks, so I think saving is more important. Let me just say that out loud. Like, step banners right now, especially for free-to-play, just have value. And I know I tell everybody, like, hey, do spec banners, because you have a chance of getting more weapons. It's because you're not going to pull 15 spears on a rear guard spec banner, so your odds of return tend to be a little better unless you're chasing something. So, honest advice is to probably skip these. Even though I really like the instrument, I will probably not personally be doing it. So let's go on. So Parted Twins Crossbow, it is cost 19, 7,000 stats at 120. It's got 2,500 magic attack. Evil Ember of Defense 3, it just lowers physical defense by like a great amount. Dauntless Courage 2 though, so it's good on bow grids. We've got Judge's Halberd, which I have here, so it's been renamed. In Japan it was the Halberd of Blackout. It's actually a really cool design. I always really like the art. It's been buffed by, I believe, about 300 points, and it went from a cost 18 to a cost 19. So it's Evil Thunder of Defense 3. It deals damage to 1.5 targets, reduces their magical defense by a small amount, and it's Dauntless Courage 2. Decent enough spear. Obviously, MLBing it is preferable, but not always it's not always what you can really hope to do on a spec banner. So that's why I always tell people, like, if you need equipment, spec banners are great, but you're not MLBing off of a spec banner, so just remember that. The Hone, or the Hone mallet is also the other one I was having an issue not finding on the DB. Same thing as the bow. It's got a defense down on it, 1.5 targets, Dauntless Courage 2. It's got 2,500 physical attack, cost 19. It's pretty decent. I don't know if physical Half Nightmares are going to get a boost if we get the Kaguya Half Nightmare or not, so I guess that's a big question. Royal Family Voice, this one is... I have it here somewhere. Heavenly Voice of the Royal Family. This one gets an LL eventually. It also got bumped up by about 300 stats. Gale of Physical, Gale of Assaults, you deal tier 3 physical damage to one target and increases your own physical attack by a small amount. Also Dauntless Courage 2. So if you're looking to sort of vaunt into Half Nightmare Kaguya, it's there. I don't necessarily recommend it. Flowing Sounds. This is actually really cool. So in JP, it's the Timber of Flowing Water. So it's 6,700 stats in JP, 7,000 in Global. It's Heroes Harmony 2, so it's 2 attack stats and 2 targets. And it has Support Boon 2. Now, if the collab stays the same. We are getting an instrument on one of the banners that is Resurrection 2 proper, which is essentially Support Boon 2, where you have an advantage. When you are at a disadvantage, it has a higher effect. So honestly, I would say hold off on to get that one, although if you are hurting for a 2-target, 2-attack stat, I mean, it's only a tier 2 buff. Like, that's what it boils down to. So even with Support Boon 2, unless you get a ton of procs off of it, it's not going to be as strong as some of your tier 3 or tier 4 buffs. Still decent. I do like it. Not awful by any stretch. Book of Temporal Wisdom. Where are you? This is going to be the philosophical. Wow, can I not say these words? Philosophical time travel. So it's 2 stat, both defense, mag, and physical. Def down, and 2 targets on Support Boon 3. So we couldn't do it because it's 4 6s in Japan. It's just too much for us. We can't hold that kind of power, so it's 7,000 stats in global. Got bumped up to a 19 from an 18. It's a good book. And if this follows the line... If the rear guard banners tend to follow the JP ones more than the Vanguard banners do, with a couple of exceptions. So once we get the rest of the weapons, I'll do an update and just make sure we have all of them covered. I just wanted to get something out tonight because I had some downtime and I wanted you guys to, check up on everybody. Just make sure everybody's doing okay. We've got the Dictator Staff, which is 2 targets by a moderate amount, increase their physical attack by a small amount, 300 extra to the stats at max limit break. Recovery support 2. It's kind of one of those staffs where, like, the 2 heals is good. It's a moderate amount, so it's a decent amount of healing. But the secondary buff, the Breath of Assault, doesn't do as much if you don't have, like, physical attackers. If you're just doing it for a 2-target heal, it's great. But usually you don't hedge a lot of bets in that kind of thing, if that makes sense. Decent enough. They do have the Imprisoned Puppet on here. Look, he's got a little cage. He's cute. I'm not going over orbs. Eventually, orbs will be a thing, and I will look back upon this fondly as everybody flames the bejesus out of me and goes, "Ah, Spoot, what a fool! He never talked to us of the glory of orbs." And I will, I'll be fine. It'll be okay. I won't even be mad. You guys can talk all the shit you want. It's cool. We good. Ain't nothing. I still ain't talking about orbs. They will be useful eventually, and at that point, everybody should at least have a dozen of them, because you shouldn't be getting rid of things you can upgrade to L anyway. I've got 8 of them, so I get it. So that is it. If I get enough time, I'm kind of booked tomorrow, but in my downtime, I will try to get a part 2 up real quick to kind of go over what the second and third weapons are. Especially for, like, the rear guards. Looking at how they are right now, the magic attack banner will probably be 2 bows, 1 spear. Unless the last month was 2 spears, 1 bow. I don't honestly remember because I don't pull on them very often. And I could go back and look, but, I like living dangerously, and you should too. It's fine. We'll get through this, I promise. So the end of the line recommendation is I would honestly wait for the for the collabs. We're going to have 2 banners on it. Each of them are going to have 4, so you have a 25% chance of getting whatever you're looking for. There aren't any nightmares on it. It's pretty good odds of getting something you need, plus the classes are pretty good, and they may receive global changes. Hopefully no nerfs, because these weapons are actually a good step for a lot of people, because you have a lot of, like, the time-based weapons, and then you have a lot of the life force-based weapons. It's kind of exciting, so I'm glad we're getting the ReZero. I just finished Season 1, and I haven't started Season 2, or I guess not Season 2, Part 2, I guess you could call it Season 2. I don't know. I don't know how the official breakdown of those two are, but I'm at least caught up to before the newest episodes. So I'll try to get caught up on that before the collab happens. So that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. If you guys can find those in the DB, link them for me, because I have been driving myself nuts trying to find the crossbow and the mallet. Like, I think they're Glex, like global exclusive. I'm not sure, and nobody seems to have an answer for me, but everybody thinks they're in the DB. So I've had people sort of scouring for me, and nobody can find them either. So if you can find them, link me, please. I even checked the paid weapons just to make sure. What a migraine. So, all right, that's it for me. You guys have a wonderful night. If don't pull on the spec banners. Like, we've got a collab coming up. Just save those crystals. We're getting more. We got more coming, guys. We also will have a new form coming out once they accept the new round of Royal content creators. So we'll have a new form, and I guess we're working on hidden words for each of us. So at some point in the video, I will reveal to you what Fort Misery's secret word is. So when you fill out the form, that's how you can get put in for, and that's how they track like which one of us you got the secret word from specifically. So if you support us through that, that would be really cool. And you know, just leave a line. How are you guys doing? Everybody all right? I'm glad to be back, and I hope you're glad to see me. Even though I know we all love Fort Prime.